Welcome back to Cycling Central Asia. This is episode 3 of the ride that my girlfriend and I did last year in Central Asia, where now we find ourselves on a completely deserted mountain pass that we hitchhiked to in the last episode, and we explore more of Kyrgyzstan's beauty in terms of landscapes, people and food. Please let me know in the comment section if you have any questions as well. And without further ado, let's go on to episode 3.
Welcome to Central Asia and the two countries we cycled through in the summer of 2018. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Both filled with inherent beauty, culture and some of the most fascinating places we've ever been to. This is Cycling Central Asia.
Good morning, everyone. We just hitchhiked a couple kilometers with that van over there, who brought us all the way up here to this absolutely sick landscape. I think we're crossing into a new province.
Yeah, this is the Alavel Pass. It's about 3,300 meters.
It's a good thing to speak about also in one of these videos. I won't go into it right now, but hitchhiking in Kyrgyzstan seems to be easier than anywhere we've ever tried, especially because you have bikes. Here there's a lot of lorries and big vans. They all have space because they're usually carrying supplies, so they can usually take you. Therefore it's very easy. So we're gonna go down now. It's down 70 kilometers towards the lake of Toktogul.
Having so far cycled through the country for about 2 weeks, we started to feel the effects of how rural most of Kyrgyzstan truly is. Often we'd find ourselves in nature with access to only few small villages or yurt camps for a matter of days. And considering that 80% of the country consists of mountains, that explains itself. On the flip side, that means that cycling here is an incredibly eye-opening experience. Seeing how all of us used to live so many years ago really made us appreciate the luxuries that we have back home. Therefore, we were also quite surprised to find the following place.
We just settled our bikes down and came to this ranch-looking place. Look at it. It looks beautiful. We're gonna go have some lunch. So nice. Wow.
So civilized, eh?
Yeah. So this seems to be a very civilized place. It looks like a Canadian wood barn. The prices seem good. We ordered a salad for 100 som, 50 som per fries portion, 50 som per rice portion, and I think 40 som per fried egg. And then you have chai, which we don't know how much it is.
In total it's 400 some more or less. And it's...
Yeah, like a full lunch for 2.
Yeah, like 6 euros between both of us.
Basically. We're also charging, again,
Yes.
as we said. You can find plugs in most restaurants. And this resort-looking place, therefore, comes as quite a pleasant surprise. We've got a roadblock out here. Make a roadblock. Wow. Hey, good.
What one friend of us called the breadbasket of Central Asia is what we were now getting closer to, as we descended from great heights to lower lands. But then, something stopped us.
This is like a first moment in 1 year and a month.
1 year and a month?
You got a fresh flat tire.
Yeah.
Tristan's the winner.
Yeah. I got a flat tire in the back. Come on, Specialized. It's sawtooth. It's not supposed to be flat.
Let's go!
We have here the Bike Totaal banden reparatietest. Very nice, from the Netherlands. Yeah, good with bicycles, you know. He has many plug set.
Better work.
Hopefully. We found it. There's the little sucker. So for the ones who don't know how to patch a tube, Once you've taken it out, you just grind it with a bit of sandpaper, the little hole. You put a little patch on it with some glue, and that's about it. Then you put it back, see if it works. Hey B,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Washing my hair. It's a beautiful, beautiful stream.
That's how you do it here in Kyrgyzstan. We are on the way to the Toktogul lake. Belen found this little road on the map, but along the road here we just found something pretty unusual. You don't see this every day.
I mean, you're the Dutch one. I wouldn't recognize it.
So look at it. There's cannabis growing on the side of the road here. And I'm sure it is cannabis, really.
Yeah?
I'm sure it is, yeah. Because when you smell it, it really smells like pot. So Amsterdam people, if you're watching this, Toktogul Lake, the road that goes from the M41 straight to the lake, that's where you find this.
And after that pleasant discovery, we got to know why this is out there and nobody's actually using it. The Kyrgyz are productive folks and find that it tampers with productivity in the working environment. They smoke tobacco instead. That aside, we were now by the Toktogul Lake, which is actually a reservoir, and can therefore get higher or lower. If you come by this place and decide to pitch your tent, be prepared with that in mind.
You want to use a wet wipe?
Do I want to use a wet wipe?
Full wet wipe or half a wet wipe?
Why are we using wet wipes?
Because the lake is a bit brown. A bit berry brown.
Gross.
The next day we visited what we think was one of the nicest markets in all of Kyrgyzstan. Nowhere did we taste bread so fresh and rich in taste, plentiful cherries and other fruits, juicy vegetables, and were pleasantly surprised by the fact that even though something has a stain, it's still sold instead of thrown. We love the fact that people here seem to be a bit more aware of food production limits, since most of it is artisan anyway.
You got a breakfast?
Yes, watermelon. Sounds good, no?
Yeah.
That's how you check a watermelon for ripeness.
Right.
You knock on it, and if it sounds hollow, it's ripe. So what are your first impressions of Kyrgyzstan market, B?
I think we're getting better at it. when we were in Bishkek, it was so chaotic.
Yeah, in Bishkek was hectic.
Yeah, it was too big. But this is kind of cool. Everyone is just minding their own things. Today we found a sweet campsite. Tristan is preparing dinner. What are you cooking?
Well, we're gonna cook rice with veggies today. The veggies we picked up this morning.
Chicken dinner ready.
Yeah. So we just made it another 200 kilometers, I think, further from when I last filmed. We're in this gorge going towards the flatlands, towards Osh, and we found our camp spot for the day quite early. It's a really nice spot. It's this little island here. We put the tent out, the bikes. There's even a cherry tree there, so we picked some fresh cherries. And now this lady wants to make me jump in the water. And because it's been quite warm and sweaty, I think I should, although I don't really want to. Oi, oi, oi. What the hell am I gonna do? Oh, it's too cold. It's too cold. What the f***? Oh, yo, yo. It's degrees!
It feels very cold.
It's so cold!
Apam suyu versin Mağada sağa dağın Apam suyu versin Mağada sağa dağın Çürükü tolkundatkan Canıcıl geldi dağın Canıcıl geldi dağın.
It's the next day now. Good morning, everyone. This morning is very interesting. We are currently hitchhiking our way to Osh with this truck here and these two guys. It's awesome, really.
I'm very happy we hitchhiked because from Toktogul on, it's all like very ugly and lots
Yeah.
of traffic. But I
Flat
must say, yeah, that
traffic.
cycling to Toktogul would have been a good idea if
Yeah.
the weather would have been better.
Yeah.
But now we just we just go.
And what are we gonna do now? We're gonna have some kind of breakfast or
I don't
something.
know, we're gonna eat, but
Breakfast,
it looks
lunch.
very meaty.
This ended up to be my lunch / breakfast. The others are having something much more nutritious, but it's with meat and they can't take it out. So we are in Osh right now, in Apple Hostel, another Apple Hostel like in Bishkek. As you can see, I have trimmed. It was due time for a trim, and it's raining like hell outside, so super glad that we're here in this time. We are staying in the dorm here. We have 2 days in Osh before we move on to start the Pamir Highway journey. Okay, the weather has cleared up slightly. We are walking the streets of Osh on our way to a meeting with Visit Alai, which is one of the valleys that we're going to visit in the next 2 weeks. Oh, whoa, look at that Hummer. Someone just parked their ride in front of their crib. Yeah, I think they are here. CBT Osh.
Okay, Helen Belen,
Okay.
so I will stay in contact
Yeah,
with
we'll
you.
send you
Any
everything.
questions, any problems around this area, just call me, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say hello to Abdish from
Yes.
Right, so we're all set. They gave us some nice maps
you. Yeah.
of the Alai region.
You know what they made me feel? Like we should come back and do a trekking trip here.
Yeah.
They seem to have awesome trekking routes.
B, what is our next stop?
We're gonna go and see if we can exchange some money.
Oh yeah, some money.
It changes. It doesn't tell you it's gonna change.
So for as far as we know, Osh is a city that's something like 3,000 years old, and Osh also has a bazaar, which is hey. Osh has a that is also the biggest of Central Asia. I don't know if that was meant for me. This is a Lada, typical Russian car. This man wants to be filmed. Yeah? Good? Posing for a picture. Oh, good. Awesome. Bye-bye. People really like going on photos and videos here. They usually want you to take a video or photo of them with your camera.
For your memory.
Okay, I think we have found the first Western supermarket in all of Kyrgyzstan since Bishkek. Oh wow, it's open until midnight. We are just choosing here. I can't actually film in the supermarket, but I have to show you this. Look at this. There is Dutch ingredients, German, English. So I can finally check if these noodles are vegetarian or not.